All right. Hello, all, and thank you for coming to hear our Lesser Known People podcast. My name is, as everyone loves to fucking give me the worst, Sean the Magic Carpet. We
It's the
got.
magic carpet ride.
I'm a ride.
You're a ride.
Okay.
Emotionally and physically.
Yes.
I would ride you for days, baby.
Baby, free charge. Like, get on here. Bring the mustache back.
That's
I
right.
will bring the stash back for that. Yeah.
I've been meaning to say, guaranteed Sean's thread count through the roof. That is a comfortable ride. You know what I mean? Luxurious. He is a Parisian rug all day.
He's a comfortable man. You know, you would be taken care of. You'd be secure. It would feel like home.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sean, I'd ride that carpet.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. I just want all my boys there. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thank you all for coming to the Lesser Known People's podcast. I am Sean the Magic Carpet Ride. We got my other co-hosts here, J Money, KY Jelly, and Big Cat. Our most esteemed and lovable brother, Conrad, Coat Rat Conrad the Con Man, is out dealing with some business, very lady related in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So, God rest his soul. So what I got for you guys here is, so truth be told, it does seem like there's a little bit of a movie made by the nice Werner Herzog and a good bit of publication back when it happened. But in 1971, I have a story of a nice lady. She was 17 years old at the time. Her name is Julianna Koepcke. She survived a plane crash due to lightning strike. And just to give the first stat, this is actually the largest casualty-related lightning strike in the recorded history.
I have a question.
Yes.
Before we get started, the chick you mentioned, is she hot?
So she was, I keep seeing pictures of her as older, so I don't want to say that. But what I will show you guys is this lovable little thing right here. She was portrayed in the movie by Werner Herzog by this lovable lady.
Jodie Foster. Oh, no, it's not. Damn it.
Check this out.
What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
How you liking? Hey.
Oh, there's nipples in that
nips.
picture.
There's some nips in there.
Dude,
There's
that's
also
the
a
best.
toddler.
This is Susan Penhaligon, and she was never too big, but she got around and she had some weird shit about herself. Apparently, had a long lost family and twin sister, some weird bullshit. I don't know. Actress stuff I didn't follow too much.
You can definitely sense there's some family issues with her. Yeah.
She seems in this still photo. She seems damaged. You know.
She seems.
You can
Just
tell
take it
because her
out.
titties are hanging out.
She's reaching out.
You can tell by the way the nips are just bursting out of that top right now. Yeah.
They're begging. They're begging for attention. They're begging strips.
She's really my kind of lady, you know. Just I want a girl with daddy issues, her titties hanging out, and that nice round mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's soft.
It's the mouth comments that make me uncomfortable every single time. I don't know what it is. It feels dirty. I know a mouth is just a mouth. That's great. But yuck. It's a yuck factor for me.
What if we called it a mouth with an F?
What if we said, what that mouth do?
What's that mouth?
let me get that pretty mouth you got.
I think that honestly, it's better. It's more playful. You know,
Is it more playful when you say
more
that?
playful.
Yeah. So, Sean, is there any research done on this woman's mouth game?
Not really. I mean, I'm supposing if it was great, she would have made it further in Hollywood. Let's put it like that.
Oh yes, yes.
That was definitely coming around the start of all that terrible shit with Weinstein and all that other stuff. She could have made a name for herself. She probably chose the better route. And
yeah, good for her.
Good for her. Good for her.
Good for her.
She's a powerful woman. Yeah.
I know it doesn't matter. Weinstein looks like a fucking toad. Ugh.
Yeah, really. Like the pebbled skin.
Weinstein looks like every charge he was convicted of.
Yeah, he
fucking
does. It's
does.
all 59 charges put into one human body. Yes, that's exactly right.
He embodies it and is like, yes, they let the hate flow. Ooh.
I'm coming in my walker.
He's Palpatine's warty, fatter cousin who only rapes.
He is very much an Emperor Palpatine. Yes, he is the old, New York Jewish Palpatine.
So anyway, Sean, tell us more about this chick.
All right. Yeah. So we're dealing with Julianne. So both of her parents are actually German scientists. Both of them, one, her father's biologist, mother's an ornithologist, which I believe is birds. They look, here's here's the preface. Here's the best preface, and as much as can be said about her parents. When she was 14, her parents took her to the Amazon rainforest to start a research station called Panguana. She was allowed to not go to school and instead was raised slightly by the nearby villagers and her parents at the same time, and started to become a jungle child, where she learned survival techniques, knew how to just, fucking, that kind of snake comes at you, all right, you fucking bite its tail and it runs away. I don't know. She learned some random shit about living in the jungle.
Maybe because you say German scientists, and I think of Nazis, of course. So I was like, maybe this lightning strike, retribution from sweet Jesus himself. Well, actually, God, if it was the Jews, because they don't believe in Jesus. Anyway, so if they strike this down, but then really though, her parents are just fucking hippies. They're like scientist hippies.
Yeah, they're all about like going out into fucking biologist and a bird watcher, right? Like, let's go out into the jungle together and watch some shit. I mean, if you think about it, her parents would have had to have been in their 20s in the early 50s to have her.
Yeah.
Odds are.
And to take her out of school and be like, you know what? I think as a better teacher, and Big Cat, you can talk about this. What's better than a trained teacher is nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because a leaf teaches you how to write.
Leaf teaches you how to write. So do sticks. Grass.
Now take that stick and go kill that cat and eat it, please. And thank you.
That's a better lesson than reading. Everyone knows that.
But that's more.
You're done. You're done. I believe the way they say it, you're done with dem books. Go out and kill the squirrels and eat them. That's a life lesson. That's how, and that's what we do today.
Got to drink the blood. That's where the protein's at.
Yeah. Yes. And see, she knew that long before we did. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She got that lesson early.
So, okay, apparently the educational authorities of Lima, Peru in general, came out strongly against this when they found out, scientists trying to start a research station, letting their kid grow wild. So they literally forced her into the embassy, and she went to finish up schooling at a German embassy school there in Lima.
So wait, the Peruvian government was like, nah, you're going to be too stupid, so you need to learn some real shit?
It's probably because they were like German coming from another country, like so she went back to this embassy to be forced to go back to school. She's going to graduate. For whatever reason, graduation is around Christmas time. So it is 1971, where at the end of December, her mom has been with her, like, we should go graduate, yay, ceremony. And then her parents are like arguing on the phone. Her dad says something like, you guys need to come home, but specifically says, do not take this one specific airline. And it's called LANSA. It's Linnaeus Aéreas Nacionales S.A. I have no idea what that means, but airplane company, an airline company. And he's like, don't take them. They have a bad reputation. Come the fuck home. Whatever her no one cares. Come home. She got her degree or diploma. Let's go. So they bicker about this, and they ended up getting a flight on Christmas Eve day at noon, leaving Lima with that, of course, that airline. It's the only
the wife won that argument so fucking hard.
Yeah.
They stayed for the graduation ceremony and then left with the wrong airline on Christmas Eve day.
So how long, like how far away, how long is this flight?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm probably getting ahead, but
No, totally. So it was from Lima. Lima is straight up on the coast. It's on the very western coast of South America, kind of towards the middle. They were going to go up. They were going to take a stop in Pucallpa. It was just going to be a pickup stop and then finish off to Iquitos a little bit more north. So we're talking like, I don't know, 2-3 hours at the most with a stop in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, not a big deal, right? Like we do shit like that and, go beat off in the small, tiny masturbatorium in the back of the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you show your territory. That is how, and that makes your territory international.
Spirit Airlines 7047 knows exactly what we're talking.
Beat off into that airplane, you are forever in that airplane.
Yeah. I have never beat off in an airplane.
My friend. On the ground, in the air. I beat off in Ireland at the airport because there was just nothing else to do for like 12 hours.
And that's something Sean and I have in common. I beat off in a stall in LAX. So my dick is
yes.
disgusting.
I only have judgment to pass. I mean, only because I think if you're beaten off in an airplane bathroom, people are in there. Their open assholes are just gaped wide open, and you're just
fully gaped. Well, what do you think they're doing in a bathroom, Kyle? Oh my God! Come
yeah,
on.
but you're jacking off next to some dude's open butthole.
I am jacking off.
Okay.
I am jacking off.
I specifically picked like a lower level bathroom where there was no like traffic. No one was coming around. Like no one was even touching the Coke machine. Like I was fine.
Yeah, Sean clearly has the excuse. I beat off into LAX, and everyone knows there is human bodies everywhere in that fucking airport.
Exactly.
You probably came on some guy's shoe while he was taking
small raccoon mitts picking toilet paper off the ground and just.
My excuse was I was sexting a girl, and I figured if I didn't do it, I was going to get blue balls, and I got blue balls anyway. So it was worst case scenario. Dude, worst case scenario all the way around.
There was too much happening here. It grew too much down there.
If I don't fucking do this right now, I'm going to walk around just dick heavy with cum, blowing my fucking balls up right now. So
I have never once been in an airport and thought, I got to touch one off. I got to put hand to meat. I got to get this demon out. I think, let me get the fuck out of here and touch the least amount of things possible.
Well, I wish I had that option too, but I didn't, Kyle. I had to blow.
Not everyone gets that option.
I love that I am the voice of reason on this, and I am instantly turned into the enemy because I haven't jacked off in an airport.
You're such a fucking villain. KY, that's really what this is.
I've done a lot of weird shit in my lifetime, my friend. Okay, Cobra Blood. You know what I mean?
Cobra Blood, definitely.
Cobra Blood.
Well, I don't see. That to me is more when in this foreign country, do as these foreigners do.
Well, I get that, but I just like I'm creepy and I'm gross. Okay, I've never beat off in an airline bathroom.
And Justin is a wonderful man. He is not creepy or gross.
Justin is both of those things, and he hasn't beat off in an airport bathroom. You monsters! And I love Justin. I've known this man literally my whole life, and he is all the things he says he is, and I will never stop loving him, and I respect him as a person. But he also,
guys, you know what? Just walk around a fucking airport with blue balls. Absolutely. I want you guys to
see what happens.
I want you to have that treatment. You are fucking sadistic.
So if you're telling me you go through TSA and you got blue balls, if that wand grazes your nuts, you're hitting your knees. That's why you had to do it. You either come in your pants.
Because you know it's about to fucking happen. If I don't get rid of this fucking thing now, it's going to end up blue balls. I am a man of skinny jeans at this time. Well, you know that's a callback to a Cone episode.
Ryan, you are in an extra large boy's set of track pants. A firm 28-inch waist is loose on this man. I know that your nuts are a millimeter out from public behind that.
Yeah. Behind these skinny jeans, absolutely.
Behind this,
so if I don't blow this nut, and I have blue balls, I am going to cause severe damage to my reproductive organs here. Yeah. That's what's being stated.
We've all seen someone mistakenly open a soda bottle that's been shaken, it goes everywhere.
That's what I just went into that stall and I was like, the thing is, you make it sound like I was enjoying this moment. It's a business jack. It was a business jack. It was not a pleasure jack.
Like this had to be done.
It's a business jack. It's just I need to do this to get the system out.
It was honestly what it was. It was a maintenance jack. It was a system reboot. Yeah.
Yeah. It was maintenance. Yeah. I know I walked away from there thinking, fuck this penis, fuck ever having this. Fuck these testicles. This is done.
Jesus. Okay. No,
so her mom and her take this flight to Lima.
Indeed. So no, she's
from Lima to.
They're heading north. They literally make it about an hour and a half in, and what happens is they saw a big ass cloud that literally looked like all rain, thunderstorms. Like this is a kind of thing that you usually skirt around. We'll divert. We'll be late. Whatever. But being Christmas Eve, the pilots felt like they needed to meet schedule. Holiday schedules had to be touched. went straight on through it. Did not give a fuck. Of course, lightning struck the motherfucker. Like, they went down. Okay, it wasn't just like hit lightning and then they went down. They say the plane disintegrated in midair. Okay, chunks of it just got splintered and went everywhere over like a 2-3 miles radius. Just like people landing, parts landing, like almost everyone's still in their seat, and the plane disintegrated. So most of the people that landed were still strapped to their seat, dead or alive. I'll get to that part later. We're mostly just dealing with the one lady, Julianne, here.
So, like, I know a little bit about the way like electricity works,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that most planes now have like
Flux capacitors.
Well, they're like
Warp
like
speed.
boats have sacrificial diodes made out of zinc that like
Gigawatts.
Yeah.
Planes have the same thing, which kind of like divert electricity throughout its body. But if the plane isn't touching the ground,
Metachlorians. Yeah.
then it's not grounded, so it shouldn't disintegrate. So I feel like it's just some shitty South American airline who's like, yeah, everybody lighting and fucking disintegrate. You know what I mean? Because if it's not touching the ground, it's not grounded, nothing bad should happen. So I feel like this plane just disintegrated for no reason. We're like, oh, lightning, I guess.
So we're organic beings. We're talking about trees. We're talking about other things that could be like electricity would have to go through us to affect us, and it'd have to have an endpoint. But a plane has a whole bunch of electronics, devices, mechanisms. Shit, the microwave could have fucking blown up because the lightning hit the plane. Like, it's 1971. They're the Lockheed aircrafts that literally stopped making aircrafts after this incident, and the whole airline got shut down.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So like the lightning could have hit the airline or the plane, and then it caused like dramatic electrical failure throughout. Could have started fires.
Could have hit the main gasoline tanks.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Something, right?
That's my theory on it, anyway.
Yeah. So basically, the lightning hits it in this plane for whatever reason. Whether obviously the lightning was the catalyst, but this thing is a hunk of shit and just explodes.
You know,
essentially,
we've all seen Bloomin' Onions at Outback Steakhouse. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
the actual the butcher's bill, as they say, was 16 crew and 86 passengers.
so it was a big plane. I thought it was like a much smaller plane. Wow.
So this was absolutely not the Cessna. This was an actual.
Yeah, this is a Lockheed L-188A Electra, capable of fitting a little bit over 100 people. And of course, out of all this nearly 100 people, one person truly walked away from this disaster.
Oh, shit.
What happened was she was towards the front of the plane. She was in a middle seat. Her mom was on one side, a stranger was on the other. For the best of her knowledge, it just like there's turbulence. Everyone's kind of like doing a little bit of like, screaming, but not like, oh my God, we're going to crash. It's just like, everyone's scared screaming. Kablooey, just like a lot of blackness, a lot of stars, a lot of people like kind of zip-zapping out of memory. She lands going through, I believe it's like foliage, trees, snapping off branches, the seat lands at an angle and it rocks in a way. This is all like guessed to be why she survived, but they went back to the site later to like take measurements, find where everything landed. Like the seat literally landed on its like angled bottom and like rocked a little bit. And she woke up like a few hours after landing.
And it's so fascinating when they do the forensic stuff and they try to discover how folks died or survived in a particular scenario like that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just because that's some type of, and it's all theory, really, right?
Because who could know in this instance? Like even the chair smashing into the ground it was 2 miles above ground.
Yeah.
Smash into the ground.
Yeah.
And this was all that happened to her, at least. This doesn't sound great. She had a broken collarbone, a very large open gash in her right arm, and her right eye was swollen shut, and she had a mild concussion. So imagine waking up strapped to an airline chair on the ground of the Amazon fucking jungle, whatever the fuck, and you're just like eye closed, fucking bleeding profusely from your arm, collarbones broke. You're in a chair. You're strapped to the chair.
Whew. I don't know what the math would be, because what terminal velocity for a person is like 120 something miles an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she fell. She didn't fall for like, oh, I fell for like 10 seconds or like off a tall diving board. I mean, she fell for a long fucking time. Now, whether she was conscious or not or whatever is kind of up for debate, but like to fall that long would be horrifying to me, you know, and
about 90 seconds probably
Yeah.
from explosion to the ground.
Yeah, 90 full seconds. I mean, that's enough time to be like, you know, I wonder if I'm going to have my mom's meatloaf again. Oh, wait, she just exploded in the chair beside me. No, I won't. Never again. But like, and then to like say, you know, she loses consciousness, which she say gets hit in the head with that stuff. And then to wake up in the jungle and be like, oh my God, this nightmare I call life is still going on.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I mean, seriously, nuts.
God wasn't kind enough to kill me in the crash. I'm left in the fucking jungle now.
Yeah. I'll just be ripped apart by monkeys. Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Poor girl. Like, of course, first thought is, where is my mother?
Right.
She actually spends,
God,
I think it said, you know, most of a whole day searching through the wreckage around where she landed and found so many dead bodies of other people that she just like clicked off. Like, can't look for more. Don't have time. Giant gash, collarbone. Like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Jungle child days of learning how to live in the jungle, she said, I found a stream not too far from where I crashed, and the people always told me, follow a stream down. Like, you'll find something.
So what's crazy is we were knocking her. Well, not knocking her, but maybe knocking her parents for this weird raising this weird lifestyle she had early on, but really it saved her.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Like, made her that tough bitch, ready to bite nails and spit them back out.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This is the type of woman you beat off in an airport to. Do you know what I mean?
She gets to peg you in the airport bathroom.
Honor her by masturbating in a bathroom in an airport to say, this is for you.
You are so beautiful, woman. I'm about to go and just beat off to you in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's how I show my love.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So she finds this river. She decides, okay, follow the advice, go downstream. She, from the moment of crashing to the moment of finding any sign of civilization, 10 days.
10 days. Jesus.
Open gashed arm, broken collarbone, swollen eye shut concussion, wading down a river. It takes 10 days. She finds a small like dock with a small boat, very small engine, and a shed. There's like no people. And at this point, it was like day 6 or 7 when she noticed maggots in her open wound on her arm.
Yeah.
Like maggots eating, the flesh is infected, the maggots are eating it. It's an open fucking wound. I wish they would have had a picture of that. That would have been some crazy shit. She says another like quick fix thing she realized from her jungle child years, a quick way to clean out maggots and clean out a wound, gasoline. She sucked it out of the motor engine on the boat. Sucked the gasoline out and then spit it onto her arm in the open gash to kill the maggots.
Okay, so siphoning gas out of anything is one of the most dangerous things you can do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, this is a bad woman. This is a strong.
Oh, she's as my kids would say, she's a bad bitch.
She's a bad bitch.
She's definitely Oh my God. She didn't like, I don't want to reduce anything she did. She didn't like light it on fire. She just used the caustic nature of the gasoline, poured it into this gash on her fucking arm, knowing that it would just kill all the maggots and stuff in there. But I'm going to say something incredibly obvious. That had to hurt so fucking bad. Wow, that had to hurt. Holy shit.
And I never knew that. Gasoline, like that can clean out a wound. Like it's volatile, it's caustic, it's explosive, but also for just the right amount of time, you can kill some parasites and bacteria.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So this isn't really a funny story, and I don't even know how to make this a joke. I was in a boat raid company for a couple of years, and we were like riding over the horizon in these like rubber rafts. This was back in my Marine Corps days. And so these rubber rafts had these big rubber fuel sacks in them, and this kid was kind of laying on the sack, which they told us not to do, but he did it anyways. And somewhere in the night, that sack burst, and because he was laying on it and he was wet from the ocean, he didn't realize that the other wetness around his fucking cock region was actually gasoline, and it fucking burnt his skin like damn near off because he laid in it in a couple hours. So for a couple hours, like the skin on his inner thighs, his outer thighs, down his knees, all the way to his dick, just was like, it was so caustic, it just ate away all the skin.
Oh man.
So they have this like young woman like crash in a plane, survive that, right? Her mom's dead. She fucking makes her way to the fucking river, and then she sucks gasoline out of a boat engine and like spits it fucking Lethal Weapon style on her wound.
I know, man. I mean, she's John Rambo come to life, but like the real version, right? Like, just like, broken collarbone, like giant gash in the arm. Nah, fuck this. I'm taking this river to freedom, and I will do whatever I have to survive.
Yeah.
Dude, bad bitch.
And yeah, it actually said for the first few days walking down the river, she had found some airplane snacks littered around the ground, and that was all she was like, peanuts and pretzels. Like, what the fuck is she snacking on walking down this river?
Oh shit!
He made it on airline peanuts and sheer fucking nuts.
Yeah, dude, how much of an injustice would that be though? That you're walking down and be like, all right, plane crash, got to move on, and it's like, oh, Delta pretzels here.
He's so thirsty for clean water.
Wow.
Everyone loves these. Good thing they come in packs of 4 pretzels. Great.
Yeah.
I guess I'll eat 150 of these down the river.
You're crazy. You found a bunch of magazines from the Huffington Post.
Oh, God.
Or those weird airline magazines with like, go to Mexico, fly on our fucking airlines.
It's the emergency cartoon pamphlet they give you.
Reading it over and over again, like there isn't any gasoline spitting in here. I should write to them and let them know that works.
Did you know how great your products are?
If you're a real bitch, you will siphon gas out of a boat engine and spit it on the open gash in your arm when you walk away from the wreckage.
I noticed there are no bad bitches writing into this, so I just wanted to comment.
Yeah, I don't know who this woman is, but I immediately love her.
Yeah, she's fucking great.
He's amazing.
And I saw this earlier, but I wanted to reach back around. I think it's like 5 or 6 minutes tops that you can keep the gasoline on your skin as a cleansing and disinfecting agent. After that, it's caustic, like skin burns that are just going to start eating your flesh.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. She knew enough to be like, this will clean it out. Honestly, it's so resourceful. It's incredible.
Yeah.
No, I think, when I was that age, how old was she?
17.
Yeah, so at 17, I just would have cried like a bitch and died in the jungle.
Definitely. I would have been ripped apart by monkeys. Yeah.
Yeah. No question would have died in the jungle.
Yeah. Chimps would have been wearing my face, laughing at me in the fucking trees. No question.
I would have walked to the wreckage, found where the lavatory was, beat off, and then died in the jungle.
I would have just hoped that these monkeys ate my face before they ate my dick. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. Yep. Soft. It's very soft.
Lips, eyes.
So Julianne has siphoned gasoline out of a boat engine and spit it on her fucking arm.
It's really it's what is it, necrotia or whatever, like a
necrosis.
The flesh starts eating itself or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's got maggots crawling around her skin. Remembers the old gasoline trick, and thank God this little tiny boat's right here. So she's like wiping and pulling maggots out of her flesh and cleaning it all. Like this is a bad bitch right here. She's a tough as nails type of lady. She didn't know what to do. There wasn't anyone nearby, so she basically stayed the night in the shed, watched her wound, and some of the local fishermen, owners of the boat, came in the morning, found her. She's taken into the nearby village, and that village happened to be like, I don't know, they said that there was a local pilot just nearby with a plane, and he took her to the first place that the original plane flight was going to make a stop at, a city called Pucallpa, and flew her there, and her father was there waiting for her.
It'd be sick if she made it there, then like jumped on her connecting flight
Thanks for the Starbucks. I'm about to jump on my connecting.
I gotta tell you, after I crash in a plane, the last fucking thing I want to do is get on another plane.
That's a no-go. That's a huge no-go.
If they find me in the shed with a gasoline-soaked arm, and they're like, you know what? Why don't you hop in this farmer's Piper Cub, and he'll fly you the 50 miles where you need to go? I'd be like, get fucked and bring me a tractor. I'm going 3 miles an hour and eating the rest of my plane food. Fuck this shit.
Julio, get me your fucking tractor. That is what I will do to get there.
I will not ride in that goddamn biplane over there in that airfield.
I mean, not a chance. And like, whether she was protesting or not, like, again, but to Justin's point, the fucking stones on this chick to be like, yeah, I guess we'll just fly home. I'd be like, no one is taking me in the air ever again. I don't know if you understand this.
I will never be in the air. It's never going to happen.
I won't jump. I won't leap. I'm not going to skip.
Yeah. I will only crawl for the remainder of my days on this earth.
4 on the floor, baby. 4 on the floor.
4 on the floor.
4 to floor. 4 to floor.
Some epilogue shit to mention here. So after getting better in the hospital, she went with search parties back to the crash site. They found a bunch of bodies strapped to chairs as expected, and come to find out that 12 or up to 14 people were considered to have died only within a day or 2 or 3 before they found the bodies.
Oh my God.
Her mother was one of them.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
So like, were they just knocked out and they died of just like exposure?
It's they couldn't tell anything else except that like the way of the forensics determining the length of time since death, they could only put it at a few days back, not like 2 weeks back, which it should have been.
Were they strapped to the plane?
Some were still in seats as if they might have received head injuries and just never truly woke up.
Oh my God.
So there were people like fumbling around in the jungle for a couple, like a week and a half before they just like succumbed to.
They didn't know to follow the stream and gasoline tricks.
They just weren't bad enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They were bitches, but they weren't bad.
They were bitches, but they weren't bad. That's right.
That's right.
You had half of it. You were a bitch, but you weren't bad.
I don't know if we go down the road of blaming all the people who died in a plane wreck and calling them bitches for dying.
Okay, so that is absolutely horrifying that there were still passengers alive who had just not woken up.
Yeah.
It's like a Holocaust victim being released from a camp, and they're like, oh, hey, it's been a couple weeks. Do you want to go see a bunch of other dead people that were there with you? Like, she's going back to a fucking graveyard.
That to me is the hardest part, because her going back initially with the search party had to have been, I am now going back over all the mental trauma that I have just been through.
Yeah. And you know they put her back on a plane, those fucking monsters.
Oh, yeah, we can get you there. We're going to put you on a plane, though, if that's okay. And it's the exact same one. Do you know what I mean? Same model.
No. Well, you know what? I like. You know what? I don't actually sit here and give women a whole lot of props, but like she's such a badass bitch. She went back to like the scene of the crime. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I'm just saying she's hardcore for going back on a plane to find her dead mom.
I mean, what? I don't even know, because I do not want to sound cheesy, but what a fucking triumph of a person! Like,
yeah. Oh my God.
Seriously. And then the horror of obviously losing one of your parents in the plane crash. I wonder though. So obviously, when she was found, the fisherman or somebody gave a heads up to her dad, who met her at this town or whatever, right? Like in the freaking Piper Cub or whatever godforsaken plane she had to get on. This poor woman. But then he's like, "Oh, hey, did you bring your mom?" It's not funny, but like
hey, it's good to see you. Did mom make it out though? She okay?
Hey, you got a broken collarbone? Boy, that's a gasoline smelling gas you got there. How's mom doing? How'd she do the whole time?
Okay. Can you make it out? No.
Like, she's got to deliver the worst news of like, hey, Dad, I made it. Yeah. Remember when you thought we were both dead, but I'm alive? Yeah, mom's definitely still dead.
Yeah, I got this one. Okay. So we have a 17-year-old girl who grew up in the jungle, and she learned some shit from the locals about how to survive. We all thought that was really stupid because we thought she should be going to school. Then, surprise, surprise, she gets on an airplane. It goes down because of lightning or some shit. And then she survives for all that survival skills that we were making fun of. And turns out we're assholes. And turns out this chick is a bad bitch, and we'd all love to have her peg us. She uses some gasoline to fix some wounds, and then she finds her way to some fishermen in some shed, and they take her. She gets on another plane, despite all of the threats of that, finds her dad, has to tell him, hey, sorry, mom's dead, but I'm going to lead the search party back into the woods, go find these dead folks for you. Don't worry, I got this. I'm a hardcore, you're not. Suck it, bitch.